Alright, finally. Welcome to the final show, the final Deadman Tournament. Now, the reason why I say finally is because I am just now getting to update this. It is like Tuesday, the tournament ended like Saturday, and I passed out Saturday, and then, yeah, Sunday was a day of like, chilling, and then Monday I had a funeral to go to, and now also in between all those days, my editing stuff wasn't working. I had a lot of technical difficulties, but I just figured it out. A setting got switched off, and it basically made it so that nothing could utilize my microphone, and I finally found that. It also explains why I lost so much sound during the tournament. A lot of audio files were just straight missing, so I got to do voiceover commentary for that. But yeah, at any rate, I firstly apologize for the delay, and then secondly, I'd like to thank you for still being interested in this content following, like being that it's so late. But hopefully, there's still some Deadman mode hype out there, and people are wanting to sort of analyze the game mode. So look at this as like a Deadman final video movie for analytical sort of purposes, if that makes sense. At any rate, let's get right into everything. So let's start this off with a little bit of a prologue here, a little bit of a history. I've played RuneScape since 2005. I was in like the 5th grade that year, and I've played Deadman Mode since it's come out. I'm a big proponent of Iron Man Mode. I love Bodhi's One Man Army series. That inspired me to make an Iron Man account, which I'm almost maxed on. And let's jump right into my Deadman experiences. Okay, so there's World 45 Permanent Deadman. I played that when it came out. I was very bad at it. I ended up quitting it because I was frustrated with it, and I kept on getting set back farther and farther every day, and I was losing progress. Like, I made a lot of progress first, like, 3 or 4 days of it, but from the 4th day on, I actually ended up like logging out at the end of the day worse off than I had been before, and that had happened so much. And then sometimes I'd just get back to the point where I was, the 4th day, and then I'd just get completely reset again because the unskulled XP loss and all of that. And then there was the first tournament, loved that. Funny fact, actually, the winner of that you never learn, he won that wearing a pair of Torag's plate legs that I pulled from the Barrow's chest. I sold him those on like the second to last day before the final hour happened. So that was cool, and also kind of ironic because for the last tournament of Deadman Mode, I was the Barrow's guy for Weed Blazers. Go figure. And I didn't even pick that role. It got kind of like assigned to me. It was like, hey, you cool with doing this role? And I'm like, hell yeah, that sounds fun, And I didn't even really put it together that I'm finishing the tournament with kind of like the same sort of supplying Barrows pieces to the winner because Weed Blazers won again. So there's that as well. I should have made like a little timestamp card for all the sections of this since I'm doing it by chapters. Maybe I'll put something in the description. But at any rate, let's start the chapter 1 intro card since I don't think too many of you really cared that much about the history of the mode from my perspective, like my entire Deadman history. I just figured I'd go first and last tournament, mention that I've played every single tournament. I've been in DWO, I've been with Soup, I've been solo, I've been with the Solo Alliance, I've been with, I think that's it. Litz wanted me to join them, and Tatas wanted me to join them. Tata I'm actually cool with, but, sorry guys, I'm taken. I'm in Weed Blazers. I'm never leaving this clan. This clan is awesome. I mean, off-season, off-Deadman, I go back to Dank FC, chill with the homies, because those people I've been chilling with since old school freaking came out when I used to play with my IRL friend who got me into Dank FC, and now I'm like a general there, so I can't really abandon them off season. But I would like to come on some like off season PK trips and stuff like that with Weed Blazers. That'd be really fun to do. I need to learn how to PK after I max my Iron Man, so I might end up making a pure sometime in between that and the Perm Deadman series that I talked about multiple videos ago for you long-term fans out there. And as for lit, I'd say there's like 10% of lit that actually hates my guts. I don't think Ari hates me. He just likes to troll me. You know, DB, their leader there. Um, I don't think he has any sort of passionate disliking of me, but there is like 10% of lit that really, really hates me, and they come out with these memeish type insults and, you know, just sort of mess with me every now and again. I just pretty much ignore them, report them, you know, whatever, and then move on with my day. And I thought it was kind of funny that they were trying to throw me off my game the first day with the little spam session that they had there about 15 minutes in. For those of you who are in on that, yeah, okay, you did it. Didn't affect me. In fact, I'd say thank you because it made me go even harder. So there is that. But that's only like 10%. That's a minority. And then another 10% of lit actually really likes me. They're fans, and they agree with everything I say, with the call out, you know, from before, the reason why the other 10% hates me. And yeah, then the other 80% of lit, they're just like not involved or don't know or don't care. So yeah, I see right through all of that, you know. So vocal minority of the 10%. I don't think Lit is a bad clan. I don't think Ari is a bad person. I think some of the things he does is a little bit of questionable, you know, as far as integrity goes. But enough of that. Just pretty much wanted to say I'm chill, you know. I just want to be chill, peace and love at any rate. Chapter 1, the start of the final Deadman Mode Invitational. Let's jump into some live commentary and a little bit of voiceover commentary, and I'll go over how I started the tournament and how I built the account to prepare for everything with the Barrows grind. Hello and welcome to the first day of the Deadman Mode Tournament. I decided to throw all of these clips into like a movie-like thing. It's day 1 and I'm deciding that with live commentary now. My last video also kind of states that. Right now what I did is I just got myself 10 agility off the Gnome Stronghold course, and now I'm going to start the Plague City quest to rush toward Underground Pass. When I get the chance, I'm going to die to something strong and then run over to Draenor from Lumbridge, grab my starter pack as well, and start getting the agility grind up because I'm going to want around 52 agility for Underground Pass and a couple of Wilderness Slayer escapes for early game content. So that's the goals for now. I'll see you guys in a bit. Had an unfortunate death over in Lumbridge to a early Chaos Rune Blaster, unfortunately, but pretty much caught up now. Pretty much only really lost a rope and a cheese, which I picked a free one up in Draenor. I guess I could have spent my starting money a little wiser this time. I'd say my mistake would be buying 2 cheese and dwellberries when I should have bought dwellberries and a rope. That's what I should have bought. I think I'm starting to lag a little too, which is a little bit unfortunate. I noticed that little bit of delay there. Alright, so far I've gotten 50 agility, and I'm about to grab... Okay, so I know him. I don't know why he's not added on this account. He's added on my main. Anyway, 50 agility, about to grab the rusty sword, hopefully, for the Artie Easy Diaries. Oh, wow. Yeah, talk about hopefully. That has never happened before. That is fantastic. Usually I end up getting a gear of leather armor from those guys, but hey, screw it. That stuff's 1 GP. Let's go. First pickpocket. That's awesome. See you guys soon. Alright, just finished up with the biohazard quest, and I'm killing some ogres for some easy gains. And once again, another very important stage in the account build, the cat food grind. Also, for anyone who does fishing, this is a great way to get your start on fishing levels. Also, this is super AFK. I'm like taking a break to microwave coffee and, you know, just sort of chill a sec, stretch out, stand up. Nobody's here at all. This is nice and safe. Wow, this is pretty cool. Got my first superior of the tournament, and it looks pretty nice. I like the graphical design of the superior crawling hand. Let's see if we get something crazy. Not really. Well, that crawling hand task is all finished up. By the way, upgraded to studded armor. I'm about to cash in on these gloves, see if I can get some decent money for that. And then following that, I'm going to be grabbing a new Slayer task down in Canifis. So let's see how big of a cash stack we have after cashing in these gloves. Also, took me a while to realize, but I had forgotten to get my Artie cape for like the longest time, but now I've got a really nice teleport that's somewhat close to the spirit tree for the GE, so that is a really handy infinite teleports. I've got a few law runes, but I don't want to go overboard using those. Oh, don't attack them. Alright, let's just sell all these instantly to the other shop. Okay, oops. And there's 2K. Alright, decent. Oh, almost forgot to grab that other task before I get out of here. Let's see what we get assigned for task number 4. Earth Warriors? Go f yourself, dude. Oh my god. And I got 4 minutes on my home teleport. Let's see. I gotta get up to Turiel to cancel that for sure. I don't think I have any law runes in the bank, but I wouldn't mind grabbing whatever's in my collection box before I dip out with my Artie cape. Hopefully this dude don't want to skull on me. Just stick that in the inventory. And let's roll. As you can see, I'm still lagging a little bit, kind of unfortunate, but so be it. It's been on and off. Hopefully it'll be fixed up by the time I get to Barrows. Well, I've got lesser demons for Slayer, and they're currently like super crowded right now, and I just can't be asked with the tight competition up there with this lag that I got going on, so I decided to run back down through the lower levels of the wilderness and stop by Green Dragons for a bit. I've got enough bones to do Ecto to 43 prayer as we speak, but I need some ranged XP. I just hit level 70 range, bit of a milestone there, and yeah, I'm going to continue camping these for just a little while yet. I might even end up getting 43 prayer just by face burying and then putting the rest of the bones in my safe box and then just continuing on with the underground pass quest while everybody's asleep. So we'll see how that works out. Well, coming in with some progress, working on the underground pass, and this quest is treating me a little bit rough. Hopefully I don't fail this again. I've fallen so many times down here. And I've got another cat that's grown that I'll be able to cash in right when I'm done with the quest, which will be nice. So I finally made it here. Alright, so now that I've reached level 50 magic, I decided that I'm going to do the rest of my magic training completely defensively. I'm about to try some crazy archaeologist. Maybe I'll get crazy lucky and get a rune crossbow. Didn't record it, but no luck anyway. Alright, so we're on day 2 of the tournament. We've still got really bad lag. Look at that. Well, let's leave it on for a sec. See how long that takes to turn on and turn off? Yeah, that's not good. I click, it takes a little while to move. It varies. Right now it seems kind of good, but yeah, the lag's really too bad right now, and here it's lagging for other people. I'm just gonna go ahead and do some barrows. Hopefully I don't die. I would hate to lose some of the items here, but here we go. Let's see, spade, runes, bow, ammo. Let's roll. Chapter 2, the main mission of Barrow. Alright, second Barrow's chest up tournament, and our loot is gonna be not very good, unfortunately. Alright, from this chest we have nothing special at all. Those chaos runes will add up though. I think I'm gonna go back and do another chest. Alright, another chest. Some more stuff. Decent amount of runes though, those are adding up. No pieces yet though. Alright, here we have another arrows chest. Oh, I forgot to kill arrow. Also, the lag seems to have cleared up, because I can one-tick prayer flick no problem at all. Someone in the clan suggested that it might just be because there's less people online, and it might just be a server-wide issue, because some people seem to have been complaining about it, whereas other people I think don't even notice it, because a lot of people don't even one-tick prayer flick. So it's like a lag that only certain people are noticing, which is kind of, yeah, at any rate, let's finish a rim here and get this chest. And the loot is blue scroll, bummer. Last chest of the inventory for some more runes. At least I'm being able to keep self-sufficient, and there is level 70 magic. Been doing the defensive casting since, you know, this isn't really going to be a final hour account. Because one, my internet connection's not trustworthy enough for that, and two, I'm not good enough of a brid for that. So yeah, my purpose is getting as much Barrows gear as possible and getting a high as Barrows KC as possible without, you know, cheating and skipping brothers. Killing all the brothers for maximum potential, skipping on and off between kill count. Whenever I get low on death runes to encourage self-sufficiency, I get kill count. When I'm high on death runes, like I am now, I don't get kill count, and then that maximizes pieces and lowers the amount of stuff that I need to bum off the clan to keep in self-sufficiency. And they also said that I could sell the chaos runes, which is going to help me afford the Ivan's upgrade, so that's going to be nice. I think we're recording, but I started this clip to say coming in with the first tier 5 emblem of the season. That is pretty exciting. That means I could potentially upgrade to a magic short bow for Aram, and who knows what else. I'm pretty stoked with that though. Alright, last chest of the trip. We're at 81%. Some bird's nests. Alright, cool. Alright, the lag is kind of back, but we're pulling through nonetheless, and we've got an item. Guthen's skirt, and no time sooner or no time better because there is a PKer at Barrows right now. So, woohoo. That's actually why I ended up getting kill count high enough to get bolts, because I was just kind of killing time, getting some levels down in the crypt while he was up there doing his thing. And yeah, we got a skirt. Alright. Alright, I feel a little lucky this chest. And hey, Torag hammers. That's not really worth banking for, but hey, it's an item, and I called it when I felt lucky, so that's pretty cool. I like that. Alright, second time this happened. I forgot to actually complete Underground Pass quest, so let's talk to the king here and come in with this quest complete, and also now I have the 200k to go upgrade this thing. I wish I would have brought not a 1-dose stamina. I was like, oh, I only need 1 dose to run there and then tally out and I'll be good. And then, yeah, I ran all the way there, had to talk to the king. Kind of a bummer. But, oh well, at least I brought my cat and I got some kitten growing time in. I don't bring my cat to Barrows even though I have the stackable food because that's 1 envy slot. Every envy slot is important at Barrows. Alright, I should probably put a new chapter card for this, but I'm not going to because it's all still Barrows. The only thing that I did that was non-Barrows was a single trip of metal dragons, and I managed to score myself some dragon plate legs from those while there was a PK at Barrows, and I was really tired, passed out after that trip of metals, and yeah, the rest of my clips, well, a lot of my clips, like this entire middle section of like 5 days, has no sound to it at all whatsoever. There's 0 audio, which makes it really hard to pick through the clips for the ones where interesting things happened. As far as rare drops go, you will have to kind of take my word for it and see the placeholders in the bank, but I've got from the brothers 3rd age melee legs, 3rd age magic robe bottoms, and a 3rd age kite shield, along with a dark bow, which turned out to be useless. But who cares about the dark bow? I got my first pieces of 3rd age ever in RuneScape. That was, you know, it was an accomplishment for me, and I never thought that I'd be giving the first pieces of 3rd age that I'd ever gotten away for free within 5 minutes of getting them, but that's exactly what happened because I'm a team player and all that, and I believe the melee legs ended up going to Alfie, who was killing ruined dragons. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I think happened to them. I have no idea, though. Actually, yeah, I'm pretty sure they went to Alfie. I don't know if he killed ruined dragons in them or not. I think that's what he was doing, but Alfie got my 3rd age. Feels good. Oh, so this still image here. What happened here actually was Vaz got on me and I disconnected and I died and he got the first trident, which I felt really bad about. But the clan was fine with it. I screenshotted the DC and they were like, you know, it's a DC, it happens. Everyone had a lag spike right then, so oh well, things happen. That was actually my 2nd death of the tournament, aside from the first day, and my last death of the tournament, aside from the final hour death. So there's that. But at any rate, here is the last chest that I ended up doing. Chest 100, Chest number 602, it looks like. I believe I ended up actually doing a couple more after this. I just didn't record them. I think I ended on 605 is what I want to say. So that beats my personal record from last time, which was 420. Someone said that they had 520 in the clan chat before as their record, so woohoo. I don't think I got the record for the tournament though because I saw somebody else who had 608. We showed off our kill counts. I was the only person I showed my kill count to, aside from the clan, of course, the only non-Weed Blazers member. But at any rate, there is the conclusion to Chapter 3. I have like 20 more hours of Barrows footage to sort out, but I'm not going to because I have the collection log, and that just makes things way easier. You don't need to see each individual chest. You probably don't want to. Each individual item I got, there were so many, between 605 chests. So let's look at the total loot card, shall we? And for the end of Chapter 3. So for the last part of Chapter 3 here, we have, let's zoom in on this a little bit. We have the collector's log. I didn't have a bank tab, so you'll have to take my word on all the 3rd age pieces, but I got 3 pieces of 3rd age this season, or this tournament. You saw the melee legs, but I didn't have clips of the, well, I couldn't find the clips amongst the hours and hours of footage of the robe bottoms and the other piece I mentioned, the kite shield. Anyway, 605 chests. I got 22 out of 25 items. Technically it's 22 out of 24 because there is no Varix flail. I didn't get in a Rim's hood, nor did I get a Darox plate body. I mean, the Varix flail is impossible, but some of the other items that are notable: double Carol's top, 3 Rims robe tops, 2 bottoms, 3 Varix helmets, 3 Varix skirts, 3 sets of tank legs, 2 tank bodies. Let's see, how many helmets is that? 5 plus 3, 8 tank helmets. And as for the large junk item down there, the 6 Torag hammers, that's not as bad as you think, because those elk for like 100k each. That really helped me keep the self-sufficiency going, and I gave the last 2 to the clan because by that point I had no use for money. I was fully self-sufficient from barrows, and yeah, I was just giving everything to the clan because I had so much personal excess. Um, I even had an excess of food because I was using brews from my emblems after they were all good on emblems. I gave them the prayer pots from the first day of emblems, which was really helpful, I was told. So I'm glad I could help a little extra with that. So yeah, there's what I did for Weed Blazers, all those Barrows pieces. Let's get into the final battle. I thought that was chapter 3. I guess that was chapter 2 the whole time. That's right, I guess the first one was 0 and then the prologue. Anyway, chapter 3, the final battle, the final hour, or the permanent death stage, permadeath as they call it now since it takes more than an hour. The multi-part where once you die in Deadman, you are out of the tournament. The most exciting part of the game where it gets real. I won't show the starting location because in case there's more Deadman modes, I don't want to blow this sort of strategy. So let's jump in like half an hour into the final hour so you can see more of just my perspective without giving, our opponents too much information about the clan's strategy. Alright, so pretty much what happened here is some lit guys, some scouts of lit came up to us and they were like, hey, we're off you for the final. Screw Rot. Let's all team up against Rot before we kill each other. So that's kind of what we did. We all got in a big old line and then we all ran through. I kind of tried to stay with the purple dots. I noticed a bunch of white dots went up ahead first, and then I was listening to the calls, staying with the clan, and then it got very, very chaotic because our clan's very small and there's a lot of white dots out there. I can't tell who's lit. We're technically allying with them right now, but I'm just attacking the white dots, and we ended up getting paused. I was like, oh boy, here we go, another 2 hours. I was getting ready to, go take a break and whatnot and prepare to sit for another hour while Jagex fixed whatever happened, but it was unpaused in just a matter of moments. And everything broke out into more chaos after this. I think I was sticking with the calls relatively well following the initial rush, and I was staying with everybody. But then after it unpaused, all chaos just sort of broke loose. I kept on getting frozen, had to heal up. I managed to switch to my tank cape, and then I was, just going around bolting high-level white dots. Probably not the brightest idea because the higher level people, when they get attacked, they are usually the shot callers, and then they say, I'm getting attacked by so-and-so, and then they plug that name into the friend finder, and then they get the person who's attacking them. And that seemed to be me because all of a sudden, as I'm attacking a high level, a whole bunch of people around me just sort of like start piling me, and I'm looking for food with my telly block, but it didn't really seem to help all that much, and yeah, I just took too much damage and ended up going down. I'd say it was successful though because I acted as a meat shield and helped, the fellow members get through, including Bellis and Mank there. Actually, I don't even know if they were at Anacaro or Fally or not, to be fully honest with you. But hey, Bellis and Mank won, and I helped protect them, and I helped gear them. So, following my death, I ended up leaving the TeamSpeak and heading over to the official old school live stream to watch that, which I kind of regret. I wish I would have had the TeamSpeak open and just muted the live stream because I bet you dollars to donuts that the commentary by the Weed Blazers TeamSpeak was far more interesting than whatever Archie and Ian had to say. I mean, I respect Archie and Ian, but let's face it, a TeamSpeak group is going to be way more entertaining than the professional, filtered, censored, controlled commentary of professional gamecasters. I mean, maybe that's just my affinity towards Dionysian anarchy, but at any rate, the after party, chapter 4. I don't have any raw audio for this because I'm going to assume that my request to Wiggled last time, I asked him for permission to record TeamSpeak, and he said I'd prefer if he didn't, so I'm going to respect him, and all the TeamSpeak stuff is cut out of the video. But at any rate, that's why there's no live commentary for this, because I was in the TeamSpeak. Basically, for the after party, this is what happened. Everybody went to World 333 to celebrate, and I decided to turn my recording on after everybody started sort of chanting my name a little bit and basically thanking me for my role and my grind with the 605 barrows chests. Personally, I thought that I was just, being a normal clan member, doing my role to grind out for the week and supply the clan, and here I've got this whole parade of people falling in on me, calling me a hero, basically. I mean, it was like a hip hip hooray moment where I get tossed up in the air. I've never experienced anything like this. I've never had more than 3 people follow me around in game, and then they start using bonds on me. Someone in the TeamSpeak said, "Everyone use a bond on Herb Quest," and then, oh my God, I got so many bonds. They gave me like 12 bonds altogether. It was pretty wild. Everyone's talking in the game chat, talking in TeamSpeak, thanking me, and I felt like a real celebrity for a minute there. I've never had an experience like that in my life. It really made my day. It made my RuneScape playing experience, and it honestly made my entire Deadman Mode experience. It was really quite something to be appreciated like this in game for what I felt was a normal role, like I was doing what I was supposed to do, and they're celebrating me, for just doing what I thought was basically necessary to not get kicked. I went into this thing, um, funny enough, worried that the lag would be too much of a problem, that I'd keep dying, that it'd be a bad tournament, and I was just so worried. And one of the things that I actually kept telling myself is just do what you can. And I was like, okay, I'll just do what I can. And it's like, I can't one tick prayer flick right now because of the lag. But look, I can lazy prayer flick just slightly. If I time it just right, I can do that. I'm going to do what I can and lazy flick my way through barrows. If there's PKers there, I can teleport out and re-gear before he gets on me and have a nice fresh bit of supplies and tank him a little bit and move to the next chest even through the lag until he gets distracted and I can teleport out again and sneak into the tunnel that way. I can do that. Do what you can, I kept telling myself. And this is the result of that. I impressed the shit out of one of the most impressive clans that I've ever, had dealings with. To impress people that are this talented at the game, I mean, I just felt, super ego boosted. I've never had an ego boost like that before. And then we started getting in on the Florida woohoos, and I was, trying to turn the crowd and being like, "Grats to Bellis," because he's the one who won this shit. I don't. I felt almost a little bit awkward getting all this attention from the clan when, like, the winner is Bellis and Manked, and they should be, the ones being put on the pedestal right now. But at the same time, you know, someone's gonna pat me on the back, I'm gonna, smile and nod. But I'd also like to pat Manked and Bellis on the back as well, because you won this thing. You guys deserve all the credit, really. I'm just a dude that really, really likes Deadman Mode because I'm addicted to it, and I don't know how to PvP that well, so I just decided to help out people who do know how to PvP. And I'd say I made a lot of friends in that process, and yeah, I had a good time. I would say this is going to be my most memorable tournament. It was definitely my favorite tournament by far, the most enjoyable tournament by far. I barely stressed at all this time. Other times I've had a lot more stress going on during the tournaments, but even though, with the lag and everything, this was the least stressful tournament and the most enjoyable. And I feel like I performed the best this time as well. So there's my little after party speech. Thank you, all of Weed Blazers, for letting me be a part of your clan. Thank you, Bellis, for responding to that YouTube comment so long ago when I asked how does one join Weed Blazers. And thank you to Wiggled for letting me in the clan and into your team speak as the clan leader. I appreciate all you guys so much. I appreciate, this after party, all the bonds I've got given by you guys, the previous split from when I hunted chins, and I'm going to appreciate, the splits to come from the prior tournament, the redo, and this one that just happened. I mean, that is a lot of money that we all just won, so that's really cool. I mean, I really wish I had something more to say here. Bellis had a really beautiful tweet on Twitter about, his experience with the game mode and this tournament, and that was really beautiful. I don't think I can ever top that. I'm just gonna pretty much end the video here. Oh, I found something to say. I've found my place in RuneScape. It is with Weed Blazers. And the thing that I would like to say that I like most about Weed Blazers is that they are better than me. I've been in clans before where I've felt as if, some of the higher ups aren't necessarily that skilled. I mean, I don't mean to put down any of the clans I've ever been in before, but obviously look at the record for how much money Weed Blazers has won. We've won more money than any other clan in the game. Like, we're comparable to Rot right now with our wins, which is very impressive for our size. So the sheer level of skill that is apparent in Weed Blazers makes me respect them, and it gives me an opportunity to learn from them, which is why I am going to stick with this clan, is because the leaders of the clan are willing to teach, and they're willing to help their fellow clan members improve in their skills and their abilities, and it's all about growth, structure, and positivity. And for me, in the past, when I've been with other clans, I've been the guy that's been helping people and giving advice and giving ideas on, like, training locations and metas and things like that. But in Weed Blazers, all that stuff is already a given. Everybody's already on that level and even past it. So I am the student when it comes to this clan. They are in a league that is top tier, very elite class of talent. And I'm kind of more of like a mediocre player. Like, sure, I can one tick prayer flick Dagonoth Kings for an entire Slayer task. Alright, not that many people can do that. Fairly impressive. That's my skill level. These guys win the Deadman Mode Tournament. There's quite a difference in skill level there. Like, to win a PvP championship is way different than just being able to efficiently boss, top PVM skill level. PvP is a whole nother ball game when it comes to Bridding and switching. Because sure, I can switch my gear in between Rex and Supreme and change my prayers and prayer flick, with the quick prayer thing, and do all that cool Zulu shit. Maybe even some Wook shit. I kind of suck at raid still. But the point I'm getting at is that everything that I know is already known by basically every member in Weed Blazers. There's nothing that I can really teach them. It's only learning. So maybe I'm a little selfish there in favoring, a group that I can learn from. But at the same time, I feel like that's the way it should be, at least for a while, because I'm not done learning the game yet. I've still got a lot to learn and a lot of areas that I need to improve on before I'm anywhere close to their level. But being with them is going to help me get to their level, I feel like. Every season I've played with Blazers, I've improved dramatically compared to when I was solo. I mean, I've learned a lot solo. I also play as an Iron Man, but now I'm learning, the clan meta a little more. I used to not really get into the whole clan thing, but that's because I never really found a clan that fit me until now. This clan appreciates what I do for them, and I appreciate what I can learn from them. It's very much a give-take relationship. I've learned a lot. They benefited with, my chores with Byros, and I had fun doing it. So, thank you guys for having me. Thank you, the viewer, for listening and hearing me out. And yeah, this is it. I'll see you guys in a week or so with another Iron Man video, maybe sooner. And yeah, let's max this Iron Man. Let's get on Deadman. Let's build a pier. Let's conquer this game. And let's continue being chill, being peaceful, and being loving. For those people out there who have, trolled us in the past, talked shit in the past, just forget about it and move on, and just bask in the positivity and enjoy the game together. That's what it's all about, I think. Just finding a way to really enjoy the game. That's why Deadman Mode was created, so that we'd have an enjoyable game. I think the monetary incentive makes it extra enjoyable because, I don't know, when I was a kid playing a game, I used to pretend that I was in a tournament, and that was my motivation for grinding really hard, is because I'd be in an imaginary competition, sort of, and that would push me to grind. And being that Deadman Invitational is a real, tournament with a real financial incentive, that makes a difference, and I think that's a big part of the game mode is the financial incentive. And another thing is all the various challenges that we face throughout the tournament, like issues when it comes to trust, issues when it comes to effort and participation, greed. These are all social factors that get worked out during these tournaments with these social interactions. I think it really helps all of us grow as people to, have these experiences, participate in these intense tournaments, and just have that sense of teamwork. Like the way I played it this time, I didn't play for myself at all. I had no intent on getting to the 1v1s. I mean, sort of same story last time. It was all for the team. And it was a new way to play for me, just doing what I can for the team. And yeah, it was a beautiful experience, the week as a whole. I think that's about all I can say, really. So, thank you guys for letting me take part in that and showing me what you guys are all about one more time. So, yeah, peace.